thing. There's that part where Christians tend to, just, come to Jesus, come to Jesus. I hope you know what you're coming to, right? I want us to be aware that Christianity is not really bread and butter. It was handed over to us by blood. Jesus paid his blood for us. There was a suffering, and we are a fellowship. It's even in the Bible. In as much as, yes, God is going to, God is a kind and merciful God. There's a part where, right, and God actually answers prayers. But there are principles to these things. There are principles to serving God. Intimacy, if you say you're asking God for something, do you hear his voice? Do you know what he says pertaining that thing you're asking? Are you in his will? Is what you're asking God in the will of God? Then, sometimes Christians just say, okay, Father, do this thing for me. They come up with a plan and then they invite God to come and bless it. You don't know what the plan of God is towards that thing you're about to do. If you could hear God and you hear the Holy Spirit telling you, don't do this or discern this. When someone is speaking to you concerning a contract, you're discerning, you have the discernment because you have the relationship. We don't have a relationship with God. We don't have a relationship with God. And yes, sometimes we can go through, when you're a Christian, when you decide to follow God, there's an alarm goes off, it's like you're leaving this thing. There's going to be so many attacks just to make you go back to the garlics and the former life you're living, right? So when you come to God, you have to come in that, listen, that I want you. It's either you or nothing. It's you or nothing. No matter what I face, God, it is me and you in this journey. I don't have any other person. I don't have any other thing, right? So at that point, when Esther said, if I perish, I perish. That was when something broke in this thing because there was sacrifice. It was sacrifice. Most times we're saying, what will God give to me? But what will you give to God? What have you given to him? What have you given to God? Go and ask people that are actually serving the devil. There is sacrifice. They pay sacrifice. But Christians are not really devoted. We're not really devoted, right? Actually love, if you see the Muslims, they're very devoted people. Once it's time for their prayers, there's no excuse. No matter where they are devoted. But Christians, fast. Okay, I will fast. They're very, we take things very easy and expect God to come and, do, all of those things. So I want you to take your relationship with God seriously and personally and see if God will not come through for you.